Hello to my Aries. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. All right, let's get right into it, Aries. Hopefully everybody's having a great weekend. Hopefully the weather is nice wherever you are in the world. Let's get into it. Okay, let's see what's coming up for this week as we're getting closer and closer to this full moon, full sturgeon moon. Okay, so what's happening in what's the current situation that's happening with Aries right now? What is a current situation that is happening with Aries right now? Okay. You're getting messages coming down. You're getting a message that's coming down of something, a deep, deep emotion about something, right? That somebody could have their eyes rolled up in the air about something, but you got deep emotions about something, right? You could be watching something. Right, you could be watching something about pigs flying through the air with wings or something like that. So, what crosses? Is there a problem that Aries is facing? Any obstacles that could stand in Aries' way? Because it's like between you and someone. You're getting a message. Yeah, something about a decision, a lover's decision. Somebody could feel like they have an image of two people, right? They're not necessarily lips are touching. Somebody could feel like somebody's lips are not touching, but somebody could feel like two energies here, right? Like somebody could be lovers, but their lips aren't touching. That a Virgo provided. Here's a 6 is Virgo's ruling planet. Gemini could be involved in something. Gemini and Virgo could be involved in something, but somebody said something to you possibly, right? Somebody could have said something to you possibly. So you're getting some kind of a message or some kind of a download through something where somebody was blindsided by something. Two energies were felt like they were blindsided by something, right? A man and a woman could have been blindsided by something. So it looks like someone was, because a sixth house, Virgos rule sixth house, right? Something about like health and health and well-being, right? But sixth house also speaks to like daily work, right? Somebody could have been blindsided about somebody who works together or whatever, and some two people could have been blindsided by what they heard about people who work together. You could work with somebody. This is what you have in common. You could actually work with somebody, and so something about a Virgo and a Gemini. Virgo rules sixth house. Gemini rules third house, and so both are ruled by Mercury, right? Mercury is currently retrograde in Leo, right? So, like I said, somebody was blindsided by somebody that you have in common with somebody was blindsided by two energies, a man and a woman, right? A young person was blindsided by something, and it hit somebody real deep. Somebody said something emotionally immature to somebody, and something happened to them that really caused something in them to go through a rebirth. Caused them to go through a rebirth. What's interesting about what this is here is, like I said, somebody's lips aren't touching, but something was created. Water talks about creativity, so something was created, right, to cause an end to two people, right? So, whatever this is that was created to cause an end to two energies must have known that somewhere with Aries, that Aries could be impulsive, right? That Aries could be an impulsive zodiac sign. Can be, you may not be an impulsive Aries, but somebody felt like, oh, this would really set Aries off, right? Right? So So we're talking about what crosses do you have to bear? Because something ended where people have to now take memories with them. You know, memories of innocence and something that's nostalgic because something was lost. Something was lost. That's all somebody has to take with them now is just, you know, former memories before some kind of innocence about something was lost because somebody was in a very poisonous environment with some snakes. Like it was in a snake pit, right? And where something was created. So this, first of all, was created. Somebody created something around lovers, right? It could have been business partners, but somebody created some narrative around lovers to send some kind of a message to two people, right? And somebody was blindsided in a situation here, right? Somebody is saying that somebody was a snake. They got away with something, so they decided, okay, somebody's going to just take some good memories with them. So a lot of things are now starting to come out because people are starting to get clear about a decision that was made. Two energies decided to make a decision and blindside somebody that you have in common with someone. They decided to make a decision, and so, yeah. Instead of praying about something. So somebody was very impulsive. Instead of praying about something first, they weren't even sure if something was actually going on with two people. They weren't sure. So something was created, by an organization. And somebody just lost it. I don't know if it was you or somebody else. Somebody just impulsively just, you know what's coming to mind? That movie Revenge with Kevin Costner. And Kevin Costner, who's the actress? I want to say her name, Madeline Stowe. It's an older movie where in the movie the husband was like an older husband, and the wife was much younger. I think she was, if I remember the storyline, the husband was like a friend of his wife's father or something like that in the storyline, and this whole situation was created. But the husband in the movie, the husband did find out that somebody was the wife was cheating because he actually caught them in bed together in the movie, and he wanted her dead. You know, he wanted her dead. So something, the 6 and 7 of Cups connects us with the Death card, which is Scorpio, right? And so all it took was for somebody to hear or see something, for somebody to fly off the handle. They didn't care whether something was true or false. They didn't know what was going on. And that's exactly what an organization intended for it to happen. So something is coming out. Something is coming out. All right. Something about a recent, the distant past, long ago. Like what happened long ago with somebody, right? Long ago, somebody got pulled into something, right? This could have been a part of your past. You got pulled into something that you may not have ever resolved, like months ago. You could have gotten pulled into something. But it's a recent past. So this was maybe 5 months ago. You got just pulled into something. You could have been pulled into something. What about the near future? Or what's the strengths? What's the strengths about being pulled into something, right? Somebody is now praying more. Somebody is now praying more. So if you're a high vibrating Aries and you just got snatched into something, you got pulled into some mess, you're now praying for clarity because something is not always what it seems. Looking at the cards here, somebody got pulled into something where somebody was blindsided, And some energies are saying somebody got away with something, somebody's a snake. And all somebody has at this point, these two cards connect us with death. Death is not always in a physical sense. Death could be the end of a cycle. What we do know about this card here is that someone moved on. Like Seven of Cups, like somebody moved on. Like somebody could geographically relocated, went to another job, could have went to another geographical location, whatever. But somebody could be a Taurus. Somebody could have a moon in Taurus because water has an affinity with the moon. But there's a younger person involved in here. Someone is saying there's an image of lovers. But somebody got pulled into something. Somebody got pulled into something where somebody was blindsided by two energies. So, like I said, with prayer, something is going to become clearer and clearer to somebody. Right? Somebody was asking for help. Somebody was asking somebody for help. There's a Leo involved in something that said that they had someone's back, right? They had someone's back. There's a Leo moon and there's a Leo sun. There's two Leos involved in something. One is saying they both came to seem like they were helping somebody with something, right? But they both came as like, okay, we're saving someone. One came in the form of, well, both of them came in the form of like flirtatious, like lovers. One could have been dating someone, saying that they were having they had somebody's back with something, like saving somebody in something. But both was inverted. The other one could have, like I said, some kind of recording or whatever. Recording could have been in terms of a picture, something. Another one came in form of, could have been recording a conversation. It doesn't even really matter because people record conversations all the time, whatever. Anyway, so source is saying, but you're coming in on something. You're getting pulled into something. You're getting pulled into something. So, all right. What about the near future? Short-term, near future. Right. Somebody was determined to bring the darkness out of someone. So source is saying it's time to do the shadow work. Because somebody was determined to bring the dark side out of someone. Determined to bring the dark side out of someone. There's an organization attached to this. Somebody was determined to enlighten somebody about the dark side of someone's life. Yeah, this is just, yeah. So it goes down to this one right here. Somebody felt like somebody was a snake. Somebody felt like somebody got away with something. So it's a couple that was determined to a point of obsession, working with an organization right here. Lied and said they were saving somebody from something, but recording stuff. So anyway, so like I said, to send a message. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see what else is going on here. Influences. How it may affect the situation, right? Legally. Everything is coming out in court. Everything is coming out in court. Somebody had somebody's back in court, but somebody actually stabbed someone that they said they loved in the back in court. In other words, somebody was in a relationship with someone, right, that should have had their person's back in court, but instead they were on the opposing side. They literally stabbed their own partner in the back in court. So if somebody was married to somebody, they took a side of somebody else that they weren't married to in court. So there's always the opposition from the beginning. So let's see. Hopes and fears. Yeah, anything for a perfect image. But that's over. That's shattered. That has ended. That 10 right there means something has ended. 10 means, 10 in numerology means endings, renewals, rebirths, cycles, karma, final manifestation. Somebody wanted this image so bad this perfect family image where everybody was smiling and happy and all this, and now it's come to an end because people were impulsive, thinking that somebody was a snake, that somebody got away with something because somebody saw a picture of something, like as if people with money can't alter something. Like, come on now, like somebody, they did, whoever these energies are, yeah, somebody wanted something dark to come out, somebody didn't even think, but somebody knew, whoever, okay, you may not be a low vibrating Aries, but whoever, there could be a low vibrating Aries involved in something, that somebody knew somebody was so impulsive, all they had to do was take one look at something. If they connected to money or anybody with money or a rich family, or they could be connected to judges, they could have friends in high places, they could sit on the, could sit on a, on a bench, or they could have a lot of connections, right, that they feel like they would have their back and save them. That's all it would take, an abuse of power, for them to say, okay, we're going to take these two energies right here, this snake right here, and somebody's child, because that's what this is here. This snake that got away, whoever that is, if that's you, if somebody considers you as a snake, you got away with something, and somebody's child, or dragging somebody's child into something, and we're going to end both of them. 7 of Cups and 6 of Cups is death, right? So somebody may not have physically died, I hope not, but there's a whole lot of way of ending images. Like, you can end somebody's innocence in a lot of different ways, where somebody really looked up to people, right? Really looked up to people. Like, this person's looking up to somebody right here. Somebody could really have looked up to people, like in terms of their family, and that's just gone. That's just destroyed. Somebody could have really looked up to somebody and said, oh, that's my uncle, that's my aunt, that's my, that's my family. Like, somebody could have really looked up to somebody like, okay, this person would have my back, this is a family member, they'll be able to see beyond whatever issues, whatever, and somebody turn around and stab somebody right in the back in their own family. So all that's gone. Any idea of family, somebody's family just stole all of that and just made somebody feel worthless. This is in somebody's own family. Made somebody's child feel worthless, and then turn their back on them. Yeah. Now people's backs are against the wall. This is the 4 of Cups right here, because now somebody's depressed. They're, whereas before they were stable. They were stable before, but all of this because somebody was impulsive, because they heard something or saw something, jumped to some kind of conclusion, and decided to go ham on people. Just went crazy. Whatever this is, because somebody asked for some help. So I don't know what this is, but something has come to an end. All because people was trying to end somebody's north node. I don't know whose family this is, who is, like, somebody could be in the music industry or whatever the case may be. As if we don't see enough drama on social media about the music industry. So hopefully this somebody, I don't know if it's somebody's family or whatever, but we see enough drama. We see enough of them stories, like unsung and all of this other stuff, where people get into industries, people don't hear about stuff until years later. But this right here card has a music note on it, and the stories that people are trying to get to their north node. So I don't know if this is someone's north node. I don't know if somebody is supposed to be a part of the music industry or what, but that has ended. So what this lets me know is this isn't someone's north node, but this is what was attacked. So somebody did all of this to attack someone's supposed north node. Like, like all of these bowls is like flipping over bowls. Like, okay, we're going to attack this, we're going to attack this, we're going to attack. This is what people with, like money itself is not evil. Like, stick a stack of money on the table. Like, walk into a vault. The vault of money is not sitting there with knives in their hand and weapons in their hand. It's money. It's just sitting there. It's energy, right? It's with what you do with it. So itself in itself is not evil. some people, this energy right here, somebody decided to take upon themselves to be evil with what they had, the resources that they had. That's what makes it evil, bad. Jumping to conclusions, assuming something. This is right here. Somebody decide, okay, we're going to end two energies with whatever we can end them with. If it's music, we're going to stop the music. But I don't even think that was whoever's North Node. That's not even somebody's North Node. So here we are. It took somebody very compassionate to shine a light on something, to reflect, to pour into something. Somebody in hermit mode to bring out to shine a light on something. This is ninth house. Ninth house is really about educating yourself in spirituality, right? It's breaking some kind of, somebody broke a chain, broke some kind of generational cycle chain and curse. That's what I'm saying, like seventh, where's the card? It's just the outcome. Somebody is now going into hermit mode where the light can turn on in their spirit so they can see all of this stuff that was done. Looks like within your family, within your own family, where people try to stop two people's supposedly music career. And I'm saying that because on this card right here, you see a music note. Because somebody thought it's because of somebody's sexuality. That's what it is. This is called it for what I'm looking at the cards here, because somebody's sexuality and something, whatever else they created. Working with an organization. People playing God like they were going to stop somebody's life. Just craziness. Pure craziness. Boy. Yeah. Here we have the King of Swords here. Somebody has full working knowledge of who's behind what. Who's behind what. All these impulsive family members created all of this mess because they wanted to stop someone's career. But what people keep forgetting when we talk about prayer warrior is that they only stop their own career. They stop their own career. They stop theirs and their own kids' career. All these people, this is what shattered this number 10 of Pentacles here. All these energies that's sitting around this right here, stopping somebody, 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles, they stop their own kids and their own families. They brought karma on themselves just by being impulsive. So that may not be you, because you could be a high vibrating Aries, but it's somebody in your family that just don't know how to stop themselves. All it takes is listening to something or seeing a picture of something or hearing, and they just off to the races. Whoever this is. So somebody needs to start praying. Somebody needs to start praying, because this picture perfect image has come to an end. Whatever people was hoping for, because they was playing God, that came to an end. So, and people were determined. This energy right here, this is the part of the energy that people couldn't see. This Queen of Wands right here was determined. That's the thing right here. This energy was determined to bring out the worst in an entire family. But all they did was bring out the worst in their own family. Because that's how it's going to swing back around. Because somehow they're connected. $55. I'm evolving. I'm evolving. In some strange way, looking at this reading right here, all of these people are related. Even within this organization, some kind of way these people are related. Like if a blood test was taken and that tree was shaking hard enough, somebody gonna realize somebody's cousins did this, that, somebody related to somebody slept with somebody, somebody's got kids with somebody else, something is going on. These people, that's what I'm like, there's too much drama going on. It's just too many emotions. Like, it's just too, with this right here, it's just too much. There's too much going on. Like, ain't nobody that deep in their emotions without some other kind of connection going on. Because the average person wouldn't even care. They're like, okay, whatever. Somebody used their money and their connections to make some stuff happen, even if they had to create something. Almost like there's no laws, there's no, like, you know, child. See, this the kind of, whoever this kind of energy is, this the kind of energy that will cuss a judge out in their own courtroom. This the kind of energy right here. Anybody ever seen people just go off and you just looking at them like, what in the world? They no respect. None. No respect. None. You just step aside and just let lightning strike. Like, okay. Whereas you have some people that's in high level positions and they are just as meek and mild. They're like, listen, they worked hard to get there. They're fair minded. Everybody in high positions are not egotistical, but some people, you put them in the high level positions and they take stone cold advantage of their position. Somebody knows people in high places. Like, somebody knows people, like, that's why you have the justice card here. Somebody knows a judge or somebody knows people, like, they, where somebody was like, well, I got your back. Somebody knows people who have a lot of money. Somebody's connected to some kind of, in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Somebody's connected and didn't think you're dragging all these energies down with you. Whoever these energies are, so somebody's like, good luck. A black cat looking back. Like, yeah, somebody has green eyes. Somebody first looked back like, oh, people are jealous, they're envious. That's what somebody was looking at first, like, oh, people are jealous because somebody has friends in high places. Somebody has friends with, like, judges that sit on benches. They got rich friends. They got this and that. But who's wealthier than God? I mean, really, the creator. So somebody's looking at luck. Like, they're saying, oh, they're lucky, right? They're lucky they got this and that, whatever. But because that's what it was. It came down to the seven of cups. Somebody felt like somebody was a snake. They got away with something. They said, okay, well, let's just create something. We got the money, we got the resources. Let's just create something. Inner child, allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. With all the money that somebody has, you would think that they would use it to create something like a homeless shelter or, jobs or something to, create something that's going to help, people in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Not this. So, but somebody needed their wishes fulfilled. But something has now come to an end. Something has come to an end. But take only what resonates with you. I'm seeing overflow here. So one thing or the other is going to happen. Either someone's going to have their wishes fulfilled in a good way, and somebody's going to be angry, where they're going to be like egotistical and tyrannical, stomping off, flipping over tables and chairs and desks and cussing and going off like whatever. And somebody's going to be like, okay, they going on to create something new. So one or the other. But we got 5-5. I'm evolving. So. Something is happening here. The 5 is change, conflict, decisions, evolutions, and stability. That's what 5 stands for. So, but two energies was determined to bring out the worst in some energies. And this energy right here is actually throwing up a baton. They're so happy they were able to bring out the worst in some energies. But that also should let you know, as if you're a fire sign, when you're around people who like, it's like partners in crime. People who like to just, they get excited about doing stuff, you know, to hurt people. Now keep your vibrations high. Lionsgate portal is open until the 12th of August. So it's just saying, you know, give yourself your inner child some love. Give your inner child some love. And get into prayer mode. That is what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. See you in the next video.